Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and this is SCCM 2016 training videos, and this is 10th video in this series. And in this video I'm going to show you how to configure client post installation step by step in SCCM 2016. So if you watch my this series from 1 to 9 video, I'm using some different infrastructure, and recently I have upgraded my infrastructure and I'm on my physical machine. So I have deployed few another servers in this lab environment. So we are going to see all those servers, and we are going to configure the things onwards. So this is 10th video, and let's start. So let's have some idea about my demo environment. So basically I'm using two main virtual machines in this video, which is referring to my SCCM infrastructure. The first machine is my domain controller, which is Win2K16 DC01, and my domain controller is domain name is victorinfosol.com, and my domain controller IP address is 192.168.0.254. So here is my domain controller. You can see Active Directory, DNS and DHCP role on running on this machine. So if I go to local server, you can see my domain name victorinfosol.com, my DC name, and all these things. If I go here, Active Directory users and computers, you can see my domain infrastructure. So I have my domain victorinfosol.com. Under the Noida OU, I have my groups here. I have my all my servers like CM01, which is my Active Directory server. I have few other servers like a Hyper-V server and file server in this infrastructure. And I have my users, SCCM admin, file server admin, Hyper-V admin, and I have 3 workstation in this demo environment. So, and if I go here, the second machine is my Win2K16 CM01, which is my this environment SCCM server basically. So if I go here, you can see this is my SCCM server, and if I click here, you can see configuration manager console, and double click on it, you can see it's connecting to my site database. And here is my SCCM console. And in last videos we have configured basically a boundary and discovery. So you can see discovery is enabled, and if I go to assets and compliance, you can see my devices, all my devices which is under my Active Directory is discovered here. My users account, you can see it's already discovered, like users, fs admin, administrator, these users. And if I go to users collection, you can see my groups also, which is there. So discovery is configured in last video, so we are good to go. So what we are here to achieve this video, so let's move to few other server. This is my file server. You can see here I have two Hyper-V servers in this infrastructure, and I have 3 Windows 8.1 enterprise client. You can see, go here and you can see properties. So this is my Windows 8.1 enterprise client, which is basically a client in my domain. So we are good here, and now I'm moving to the step-by-step tasks. So the first thing which we need to do, enable client push installation from site settings. So to do this, I'm going on my system center server 2016 server, go to administrations and go to site settings, and you can see here client installation settings. So I'm going to click here and going to click on client push installation, and here you can see enable automatic site-wise client push installation. I'm going to enable this, and here's the install the configuration manager client software on the following computers, the servers if you want to install. Yes, I want to install and workstation, and also you can select the configuration manager sites system server. Like this is my primary site server. If you have others also, you can enable it. And we have here a special thing like always install a configuration manager client on domain controller or never install. So I'm okay to install my configuration manager client on my domain controller, which is DC01. So I'm going to apply this, and in the accounts I'm going to click on add new account, and I'm going to type my account name here like administrator. Administrator, and I'm going to type my administrator password here, and to verify it's working I need to put some authentication share path, so I'm going to use CM01, my SCCM site, and I'm going to use client where my client is. uh, oh, need to add again, so new administrators, check name, okay, put the password and win2 k16 cm01 SMS client. You select this path and test connection, so the connection was successful verified, so good to know that. Click OK, and everything looks good here. Click on apply and OK. So we have enabled this client post installation for servers, client and domain controller by default, and the next is add distribution point to boundary group. So to do this, go to distribution point, and here you need to go in properties, and then we have a boundary group. So you can see, and like when we configure the boundary, it's automatically created in boundary group. If it's not, you need to go here and add your group. So I'm good, my main boundary group, which is full forest, is here, so I have no problem with it. If you go here, you can see the boundary group full forest. It's added this boundaries. So if I click here, you can see this boundary is added there, and it's having active directory site, and everything looks good. SCCM is there, SCCM server is boundary group name is this. So everything looks good, and the next task, we need to deploy SCCM client to all the computers. So do this. We are good, and now we can post the SCCM client. So I'm going to select my all the machines which is already discovered, and right click and install client and click next. And here I'm going to click always install the client and install the client software from a specified site. I'm going to specify my site, which is 001 Noda Acho. So click next, and everything looks good here. Just click on next, and it's working. So successfully including domain controller, yes, always client, yes, for uninstall, no, and total resource it's going to, so basically it's going to push the client installation on these all 8 machines. So to verify the client is has been pushed or not, we can go to task manager on any of these machines, and if you go to details, you can see the CCM setup.exe is running, means the client has been pushed on this machine. And to verify it's working or not, I'm going here, and under the Windows I will get the folder CCM setup. If I double click on this folder, continue, you can see this folder has been copied to there, means the SCCM setup is working fine. So client post installation is running, and let's verify the same on any other servers. So I'm going on my task manager on Hyper-V 01. I'm going to see the details. So it's running here, CCM setup, and let's verify the files has been copied or not. So if I go here under the CCM setup, you can see files has been copied, and means the setup is running fine, you can see. So from where these files are coming, you can see here exactly the all file is saved in my SCCM server itself. So if I go here, you can see SCCM01 my site code, and under the client you can see all the setup prerequisites is there. I go 64, you can see all the setup is there. So this is my client and this is my pre-request. So this setup is being copied, and once the setup is copied, it's going to run it. You can see some exe file must be running there, like msi exec is running. So once the installation is done, we'll verify how it's going to look like. So before you configure this client post installation, you need to make sure your firewall is going to allow file share access for the client machine, and the WMI is also allowed. So how I have allowed this, just to let you know, I have created one group policy for my domain computers to allow file and settings, file and print sharing, and the WMI. So you can see I have a group policy here, firewall, and if I go here and edit on computer configuration, policies, Windows settings, under the Windows setting I have a security settings and Windows firewall and device setting. If I go expand this in burn rule, you can see I have allowed file and print sharing, and I have allowed WMI and Active Directory domain controllers. So same has been allowed on outbound. So this is looking good. So basically I have allowed the file shares access and WMI, and if I go here sop.msc to check the policy is coming or not. So basically in my environment the file and print sharing and the WMI is enabled. That's why these files are copied by the client push installation without any error. So if I go here and click on properties, you can see the firewall is coming, and if I click here you can see it's applied. So we are good to know this, and now the setup is going to take some time. It might be some time like 10 or 15 minutes to get the installation done. So for now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the recording, and once the installation is done I'm going to resume the video from the after 10 minutes, and we'll see what is the status. So it's 5:20 a.m. right now on this machine, so I'm going to pause the recording for 10 minutes and we'll see, resume after 10 minutes, and we'll see what is happening. So it's now around 5:30 29, so 10 minutes gone. Now I'm going to click on refresh button and see. So you can see few all the out of 8 we have 1 no and 2 no, means on a 6 machines we have a successfully client install and status is active. So it's looking good now, and if I click more refresh, so let's see what is different. So you can see then the one process here called is SCCM exe is running on machines which is done where the installation is done for a client. You can see these machine, and if I go on like HV02, you can see CCM, it's going to take some time. And if I go to client 2, you can see also HCCM exe is converted to CCM setup is converted to CCM exe, means the installation is almost done on all the servers, so our clients. So it's going to take some time to reflect here, and if you want to verify where the installation is done, so if I go here you can see the configuration manager client now in control panel, and you can see the assignment management point is SCCM01, and currently on intranet SCCM site code, UID, version, component which is installed or disabled, action, we have site details 001 and cache and network. So it looks good. We have successfully deployed the client SCCM client through the client push installation. Also you can see some required component is also here installed. So let's wait for few more time here. So now you can see all looks good. Everything is yes and assigned to site code, and it's going to take some more time. And then if we check after 10 more minutes, it's going to say everything is green, and it's going to say active status is active, so it's only matter of time when it's got refreshed. So this is all about how to do how to configure client post installation on SCCM 2016. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query or any question related to this video, you can post me on my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.